So I'm going to teach you the figure eight real quick. I hope this works. Hopefully you can hear me. Forgot my mic. Anyway, for figure eight, which is these really pretty looking things. If you want to see it's that fast. Those things that look really cool. It all starts with that first thing that I showed you, with that relaxed grip, allowing it to fall to the outside. Saber. So that's with allowing it to go to the outside, like so. The figure eight is that first motion, and then we're adding one on the inside. So it's like we're pointing our thumb at ourselves, like this. And that's where we're going to learn into our figure eight, which looks like that, and like that from that side. So this is the really tight version, disciplined version. I didn't do much of this earlier on. This is where I would recommend you spend a lot of your time. This is the hard part. Do the hard part first. For your figure eights though, they can be as big as these circles, but the same concept. So that big circle can be turned into a little bitty circle out here, or once you gather the concept, it can be placed almost anywhere. Again, training the basics, number one. Train's really loud. Sorry about that. But yeah, the figure eights are very simple, but they take so much practice to get correct. That makes sense. Because all I'm doing, I'm going to teach you two strikes too. Strike one and strike two. You can do those just with your feet shoulder width if you would like. But that's just to get the X motion. And the reason why I like to show that X motion is because then you can get the idea of the inside and the outside of the body a lot more simply, because instead of just drawing my big circle and going to noon and vice versa, I need to make that X right here on my side. So I'm going to use that number one strike down and then that number two strike. I'm just extremely overemphasizing. Just drawing that big circle on the inside, up to noon or top or whatever you want to call it. We're going to do that number two strike. And the big thing is not to stop here. We really want to overemphasize that stretch. And guess what? It leads us back up to noon, which is where I'd like to do that number one strike again. Which, if I follow it through, is going to lead me into that pretty circle again. Back up to noon. And strike again. Whoosh. Up to noon. Strike. Strike. So that's just to get the X pattern. Inside, looks like this. From top to bottom, strike. And I'm just drawing my big circle on the inside of it. When I get up to noon, I'm going to do that number two strike, going down that direction. And again, I can get away with doing that circle just right here. But I really want to overemphasize bringing that circle all the way up. I get back up to noon, and then I strike down. You get the idea? Comes in a circle. Noon. And notice when I'm making my circles, I'm not just pointing when I'm getting there. This is a lightsaber. So use the blade. Use the blade. That's scary. Play around too. Learn some stuff about where you can move and where you can't. That was almost a self-correcting mistake. You'll find plenty of those. Where you're like, "Duck, that hurt." Okay, I'm done talking. So, get after it. Get out there and train. I want to enjoy some of this. Do you high low? It's a little bit of movement. Turn forward. Turn everywhere you go. See. And below.